Hello everyone, what's up? Myself Diksha Shandile from Biotech, and today I'm here to help you in giving you some tips and tricks how to grab an opportunity in pharma industry, especially if you are a fresher, if you are a biotechnology graduate. So let's get started. I hope you like the video at the end. Why it's necessary to grab a job opportunity in a pharma industry? Because you are a biotechnology graduate, you have been trained to master your skill, you have been trained to master your skill regarding research, regarding giving your contribution to the pharma sector. So it's definitely a clear expectation from your so that you can go grab an opportunity in pharma industry. So if you are thinking about applying to any pharma industry and you don't know how to apply and how to approach those pharma industry, it's really helpful for you. This video will help you in knowing the basics. This video will help you in knowing the tricks, how you can grab your opportunity and how you can get your job well settled. So the first one is you should make a detailed CV. Making a detailed CV is important because that is the first impression that is going to be straight away mentioned in the CV, straight away mentioned in the portal of the company. So your first impression to the recruiter would be your CV. Your CV will define your background, it will define your experience, it will define your personality. So it's very important to make a precise CV. It's very important to make an attractive CV. So there are some tips and tricks how you can make an attractive CV. So the first thing is you have to be concise. Making a CV, especially if it is detailed, elaborated, it's fine, but sometimes the recruiter won't be able to look over all the skills because every day they are getting approx 200 to 300 CVs and they have to shortlist among them the best one. So if your CV is, let's say, 5 pages, they are not going to see your CV because you are elaborating your skills and nobody knows about you. Nobody knows who are you and what all achievement you have made in the past. So your CV should be concise. It should exactly mention, it should exactly focus upon your skills so that just in one go, if they are watching your CV, if they are looking over your CV, in just one go, they will understand that you are suitable for the job. So it's very important to make your CV concise. The second part. The second thing is that you have to mention your background. So if you have made a CV and you are not mentioning your background in detail, then they won't be able to understand from where you started thinking about getting job in pharma sector, from where it all came into your mind to get yourself settled in pharma sector. So it's important to mention your background because your background will show, it will show your skills, it will show your past, and it will show how well you have done your academic and how well you have been groomed so that you can be suitable for the job. So it's very important to mention the background. The third point is you have to mention your experiences. You have to mention your internships. You have to mention the places where you have worked. Even if you have worked for 2 months, you have to mention it in the CV because you don't know which experience will help you in getting that job secured. So it's very important for you to mention your experience. Let's say if you have an experience even for 20 days of getting a cell culture, so you are doing a cell culture for 20 days, you have learned the basics. So if people say you should mention the experience if it is longer than 6 months, no, you should mention because at least they will know that you know about the subject concerned. So you should mention your experience even if it is for the 1 month. So experiences is important. Next point is your CV should be in chronology. Maintaining a synchronized order of your CV is important. So if you are starting from your bachelor's, if you are starting from your master's, then going to bachelor's, this wouldn't work. So you should start from your matriculation, or if you have your high grades in matriculation, high grades in senior secondary examination, that is relevant to the application process. I'm repeating, that is relevant to the application process. So it should hold a relevance for the application process. So you should start with, let's say, senior secondary, bachelor's, master's, PhD, diplomas, what you have done. So it should be in a series, it should be in order. It shouldn't be like that you are starting from master's, going to bachelor's, then going to PhD. So your chronology of CV matters a lot. The next point is you should update your CV regularly. Your CV shouldn't be obsolete. It shouldn't be like that you are approaching for a position and then suddenly it got clicked in your mind that you haven't uploaded the CV well, you haven't updated it. So if your CV is not updated, just go check and update your CV. Updating your CV is as important as grabbing an opportunity, because updating your CV will help you in maintaining the synchronization. It will help you in maintaining the fast trend that is happening in the pharma industry, because you are well known of the situation, you are well known of the opportunities you are getting, because your CV is important, it's updated. So it should be updated as you are approaching for the exam, for the job opportunity. So your CV should be updated regularly. Tip number 2. Next tip is you should build a LinkedIn profile. People say, you have seen many ads related to LinkedIn, and people say you should make a LinkedIn profile. But why it is necessary? Nobody tells you, na? People, you have been seeing your colleagues, your seniors on LinkedIn, and then you don't know exactly what is the benefit of LinkedIn. So what is the point of getting into LinkedIn? So you should know why LinkedIn is important. You know why LinkedIn is important? Because you are getting connected to the people with whom you can't connect personally. You are getting connected to the companies where you can't be approached if you are sitting in, let's say, Hyderabad. So you can't approach a company in Bangalore. So you have to make a LinkedIn profile so that you can build a networking. You can build the networking related to your subject of interest, related to the companies that you want to get into. So there are a lot of people from that company that are on LinkedIn that are searching for employees. So you don't know where your fate will stuck, where you don't know where you will be lucky and you might get an opportunity. So building a LinkedIn profile, because it's open, it's accessible for everyone, and you can easily contact the person who is recruiting. So it's important to build a LinkedIn profile. So some tips and tricks are: make a decent profile. Making a decent profile is as important as grabbing a job offer, because if your profile wouldn't sound decent, if it wouldn't look decent, then your profile won't be attracted, it won't attract the recruiters. So you should make a decent profile so that whosoever looks over your profile, they can conclude you are a genuine person who actually needs an opportunity and you are suitable for that opportunity. So it's very much needed to make a decent profile. The next thing is you should mention your skills. So you should showcase your skills that you have learned. In case you are not showcasing your skill, in case you are hiding, you are not properly mentioning in each one of them, then they won't be able to know what all experiences, what all talent is inside you. So you should mention the skills, because skills is the only thing that will help you in bragging an opportunity. So you should mention your skills. The next part is that you should seek for job opportunities. So once you have made a LinkedIn profile, you should continuously search for the companies, you should continuously search for the recruiters who are actively recruiting the employees. It's necessary for you to always hold the company profile, to always search for their post, to always search for their employment news. It's important, because your opportunities, let's say if you want to work in a company, you have to mention that you are interested in working. So you have to mention in their post every time, because if you are mentioning your comment in their post, then they are looking into you, and they might search your profile, they might see your profile, and they might feel you are suitable for their employment. So you should always be active. You should always mention you want opportunity. You should always mention in your post that you are seeking for opportunity, so that other person who might be in connection with you can help you. Next thing is you can follow pharma companies. Since this video is upon how to grab an opportunity in pharma companies after biotech, so you should follow pharma companies. You should follow the top pharma companies who are available. Let's say if you have any personal preferences regarding cities, so you can search for any pharma company that are located in that city. Let's say if you want to stay in Hyderabad, you can search for Thermo Fisher, you can search for Dr. Reddy's. So basically, you can search for the pharma companies if you have a proper localization, if you have an interest, localization interest, you don't want to, you're not ready to shift and you have your personal preferences regarding the cities. So you can follow the pharma companies based on your interest. If you want to go into downstream processing, if you want to go into upstream, or you're open to all the options. So on the basis of that, you can sort out the companies and you can follow those companies. Next thing is follow people associated to them. Following the employee of that company, following the HR of that company, following the principal investigator, the manager, even the technician of that company will help you, because you don't know from where your opportunity will be open. So you should follow the people. You should actively follow. You should be devoted. You should feel your devotion in knowing them. It shouldn't be like you should feel shy regarding approaching them. No, you should feel devoted regarding your work, because basically you are trying to get an opportunity and they might help you in grabbing those opportunities. So you should connect with them. Next thing is post regularly about your needs and interests. So you have, let's say, 200 connections and you want each of them to know exactly what you are looking for. So you should mention in the comments, you should post regularly that you want this job, you are seeking for this opportunity, you have these skills. So if these, let's say, these posts your connections will see, they might share it to their connections and they might share to their connections. So in that way, more and more people will watch that you need an opportunity, and this will help you in getting that offer. So this was tip number 2. Tip number 3. Subscribe to the newsletters and company's website. So let's say you are interested in one company, you have to subscribe to that company's newsletter or that company's website, so that website's job portal especially, so that if there is any position open, you can get notified of that position. So basically, you can subscribe to individual websites of the company. Let's say Dr. Reddy, let's say Syngene, let's say Biocon. So you can subscribe to the individual websites, and then you can turn on your email notification. So in case you are actively using your Gmail, you are not using your text message. So never use your text message as a source of getting information. Always use email notification. Using email notification will help you, because through email you can even approach that person, but through text message, if you are sending your number, you can't approach that person. Email, because every company will have one HR email, they will have a help desk number or a help desk email. So you can turn on the email notification, so that once the opportunity comes, you can reply to them. Mostly they will be like no reply, but they can alternatively give you an email ID through which you can approach them. So you can basically turn on the email notification. Third part is you can check the site regularly for opportunities. Sometimes the positions are open, but they are unable to provide you the newsletter, provide you the notification, because mostly if your domain of interest or if your CV that you have submitted to that company is different from the opportunity that they have mentioned, that is open, that is vacant. So in that situation, they might not send you a notification. So you should check for the site, because if there is 80% of the similarity, you can apply to that position. So you can take a chance, definitely. So you can check the site regularly for opportunities. Next, you can also subscribe to other apps that will help you in getting your opportunities. One of them is definitely Biotechnica. So basically, you can refer to Biotechnica. You can download the app of Biotechnica, because Biotechnica will have different section for admission, jobs, research sector. So if you are searching for job opportunities, you will be always updated by the recent job opportunities that are mentioned. So you can definitely subscribe to Biotechnica. You can definitely download the app, and I'm sure that it will be really helpful for you. So if you want all the opportunities all at once, because you can't go to individual sites, so you can download Biotechnica, and there you will be provided with all the notifications, all the opportunities. The next thing is you should build networking. Networking doesn't only mean that you have to build a profile on LinkedIn. Networking means that you have to inform your colleagues and seniors about the opportunities that you are looking for. Be it your graduation senior, be it your master senior, be it your colleague who is, let's say, working somewhere in a company, be it your professor. So you should tell them that you need this opportunity, you need to work in pharma sector. So they should know about you so that they might get an opportunity to help you, so they can help you. So they should basically, you should have networking with the colleagues and the seniors and the professors. The next thing is, you should follow people of the pharma domain on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So you should, similarly as you have followed them on LinkedIn, you can also follow them if you are a Twitter user, if you are a Facebook user, if you are an Instagram user, you can definitely follow them on Instagram and Facebook, because it is more than professional. So if you are following them and if they are really interested in building a connection with you, then you can approach informally also, rather than a formal build-up that usually happens on LinkedIn. So you can follow these people on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Next, you can follow subject matter expert or HR in the pharma domain. So these people, HR and the subject matter expert people, so they will help you in guiding how to get recruited in the company. So if you have somebody who is, let's say, a subject matter expert, or who is an HR in some company, so basically they will notify you if there is any position suitable for you. So this way you can maximize your chances of being employed. So you should connect with them. Next one is, you should connect with the people working in the pharma sector nearby. So if you are at a place where there are 3-4 pharma companies, and if some pharma companies nearby, if somebody is your neighbor, if somebody you have found while you were using a public transport, so you can build a network with them. So you shouldn't feel shy. You should start talking with them. You should ask them about what they are doing and what all opportunities available in their company. So you can make an effective network and communication. So this is important for your opportunity. Next thing is preparing a strategy. So preparing a strategy is important, because you have to make up your mind and build your effort and energy into a direction so that you are maximizing the productivity and maximizing your chances of being employed. So basically you should channel your approach. So your approach should be channeled, it should look effective, it should be through a proper way. So it shouldn't be like you are distorted in your mind and you are randomly trying to get opportunities. So you should have a proper channel of approach. Next thing is, you should participate in workshop seminars, be it online, be it offline. You should regularly participate in workshop and seminars, especially to the companies related, because it will help you in building a network. It will help you in knowing about the company circumstances, their needs, their values, their ethics. It will help you knowing the work culture, work environment, and especially it will build your knowledge. So it's important for you to participate in workshop seminars. Next thing is, you can attend pharma group discussion in an online platform, especially if you are at home and if you are not reachable. If you're not reachable, let's say, for a certain group discussion, then you can definitely go for a group discussion on an online platform, be it on LinkedIn or Facebook. So if your voice is being reached, if your content is being reached, what you are writing, if they like it, so they might contact you. So you should regularly participate. So you don't know from where you can get an opportunity. So you can build up your thought process in such a way that you are participating in those group discussions, and it will help you in at least finding a way for your employment. Next one is, you should plan your incentive for the company and note them. Why you need that company? What are the skills in yourself that you need so that you can grab the opportunity in that company? Why exactly you are special for applying to that position, and why exactly you should be chosen? So you should accordingly, based on your skills, your talent, your interest, your passion, you should plan the companies where you are applying. It's very important to stay focused and prepare a strategy, because without a strategy, your mind will deviate in certain direction and it will not be able to focus on the exact thing that is required for your employment. Next thing is, update your knowledge. Updating your knowledge Why we say update your knowledge? Because without knowledge, without passion, you are just a stone. You are not active, your brain is dead, and you are not a productive person. So in order to be productive, you should update your knowledge. And updating your knowledge can be either by doing certification courses. You can do certification courses, you can do online courses, you can go and do any workshop, you can go and do any let's say conference, and you can get a certificate of that. You can do 10 days, 15 days certification courses, you can do 6 months certification course. So you can do a certification course, or you can plan a semester course. If you are in a final year, if you have let's say 2 months of gap after your semester, so in between you can plan, in between the semesters you can plan a course. So basically it is an add-on to your CV. So you can plan the semester courses, or you can do a professional diploma. If you have completed your degree, so you shouldn't be sitting at home, you should be productive. So you should not skip the time that has been like provided to you. So you should build a proper productivity in the time frame that has been given. And for that, you can do a professional diploma if you have one, so that the 1 year gap or 2 year gap won't ruin your employment chances. So you can do a professional diploma, or you can do an internship. Doing an internship can either be by going to that company and doing an internship, because if you are going to a company and doing an internship, even if it is not paid, you are being in the contact, you are being in the looks of the recruiters, and they know that you have done an internship from the company. So your chances of getting into that company when there would be an active recruitment is high. So you can do an internship, or you can do an internship from any other place, because it is giving you an experience. Next thing is, you can manage your reach. Why? Because you shouldn't be confused. So you should manage your reach to get a proper employment in the pharma industry, especially if you have just completed your biotech examination. If you just completed your degree in biotech and you are a fresher, you should manage your reach, you should manage your approach, because if you are not managing your approach effectively, you are not able to gain the gist of the opportunities that might be around you, and you won't be able to get it. So it's very important to manage your reach. Manage your reach. You can do it by making a user profile, suppose that at naukri.com, indeed.com, etc. So basically these websites, you have to submit your CV, you have to submit your user profile. So they will always notify you with the opportunities, because many recruiter will notify them, will give them the notification that they want employment, they want employees, they want to recruit employees. So if you are, let's say, making user profile in these websites, then your chances are high, because you are basically submitting your CV and you are giving them an idea that you need an employment. So once there would be a chart of employment notices coming, once there will be vacancy, you can surely, they will send you notice, they will send you notification based on your domain of interest and what sector you want your job in. So it's important, because they will provide you, they will help you in getting that job, they will give you those vacancy, they will give you those employment posts that are available. So you can make your profile, and you should make your profile. Then the next part is, you can send personal notes and emails with your details or CV. So you can send personal notes or details. Suppose that if you are sending some reconnection on LinkedIn, and if the person is in a high authority, if the person is recruiting somebody, recruiting employees, so you can make a personal note that, sir, I want to join your company and I have this skill, please have a look over my profile. So if you are sending a personal note, you are being respectful, and everyone wants respect. So you should be respectful towards that person who is recruiting. Even you are sending a mail to someone, even if you are sending a mail to an HR, you can mention your CV, and you should mention that I'm actively looking for the opportunity. Even if I'm not suitable for this opportunity, you can send my profile somewhere, and you can give me another opportunity, because I'm actively looking for it. So it's important for you to send personal notes that are respectful, and emails with your details of the CV. Now the last point is, attend walk-in interviews. So when so basically frustration comes when you are applying and not being accepted for the interview. So for those, especially walk-in interview is the best option. Walk-in interview will provide you with an opportunity to interact with the companies and the recruiters. So if you're attending walk-in interview, you can easily go to them and you can easily tell that you need an employment. And even if you are not getting selected, they are keeping in mind, because you have attended so many of interviews, you have attended walk-in interview, you have seen them, they have seen you, they will keep in mind. So the next time if you apply to the same company, they will have in mind that you were the one trying to get opportunity, so they will certainly prefer you more than the other person that has come. So basically the tips to go for an walk-in interview is, firstly, you can keep one printed copy of your CV. You should always keep one printed copy of your updated CV. Next point is, you should keep your documents ready. You should keep photograph, Aadhaar card, or those documents related to your subject, related to your skills, certificates, everything should be ready. And you should organize your travel. So attending a walking interview is not easy, because you have to shift to different places. So if you are willing to shift to different places, you should organize your travel in such a way that you can effectively, without exhaustion, attend those interviews and you can take the best out of them. So you should invest time in mass recruiting companies. So if there is, let's say, 2 position available, and somewhere it's like mass recruitment, 10 position, they are actively looking for 10-20 employee. So you should always choose the place where they are recruiting a lot of employees, because the chances of your acceptance would be high. Because if in case you are going for a company where they are recruiting 1 employee, then if you get rejected, you will feel demotivated. So always go with a plan and always apply to the places where there are a lot of opportunities, so that your chances of being accepted will be high. So these were the tips that are important for you, especially if you have just graduated, or if you are in final year of a biotech degree, and if you want to pursue your career in industry, in pharma industry. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have liked this video.